Ercy, I want to start with you. What do you make of the move from Memphis PD to end this so-called Scorpion unit? And how do you explain why a unit focused on violent crime would be pulling people over for a traffic violation?
Well, as we look at what's happening with this violent Scorpion unit and we applaud what's happened, we need to really take a step back and look at the past patterns of practices that they have conducted in the past. We need to look at supervision. We need to look at the fact that these police officers were, for whatever reason, given the autonomy, the courage, and basically the ability to go out and wage war on a community. I am venture to say I know no background on any of these officers, but if you were to look, I bet you in common, you will find multiple arrests for rudeness, policy violations, off-duty conduct, racial issues, as well as excessive use of force. Those are usually the common denominators with officers who are involved in this type of behavior. Secondarily, what you'll see in officers when you have such situations such as Mr. Nichols as well as Mr. Floyd, you see lack of supervision. When you have officers out in the community who are using their free time to do what they want, you're going to get results like this. We cannot be surprised as a community and society that we keep seeing this without doing something about it.
Yodit, I want to talk to you about the legal piece of this. All 5 officers now charged with second-degree murder. Talk me through the challenges of building a second-degree murder case in court.
Well, you know, a lot of people with killings such as these want first-degree murder, but that would require the element of premeditation, right? That there was some sort of a plan involved in killing Tyre, but that wasn't necessarily the case here. So the DEA looked at the facts and the evidence and concluded that this was second-degree murder, an unplanned but intentional killing. Intentional meaning that, you know, the perpetrator reacted in the heat of the moment, or that there was death caused by the, you know, reckless disregard for human life, and we could clearly see that in the videos. And so that is the safest bet here, and all 5 have been charged with that. Even though in the video we can't tell what each officer did, all their actions put together is what caused Tyre's death, so they're all responsible. But you're going to see something similar to what we saw in the Derek Chauvin trial, right, where George Floyd was murdered, and you had several officers on the scene, and you had one clear main perpetrator, which was Derek Chauvin, but still several officers that still played a role, and that's what you're seeing here. And so you're going to see attempts by these officers. One, they're all going to be lawyered up, but they're going to try and blame one another and try to minimize their role in all of this. And so you're going to see that play out similar to the Derek Chauvin trial, like I said. But building this case, I mean, you've got evidence here, you've got videos, and I will say, as a prosecutor, former prosecutor, you never go into a trial thinking that it's a slam dunk. There's so many angles, there's still so many questions, especially with why Tyre was pulled over in the first place.
Yeah, the biggest question of all. Carmen, Nichols' family spoke with Reverend Sharpton in the last hour. I want you to take a listen to what the family had to say.
I believe in my heart that my son was here on assignment from God. He finished his assignment and God took him back home. Even though this tragedy happened to my son, I truly believe that there's going to be a greater good that comes out of this. And that is what keeps me going.
Carmen, we have heard from too many moms who have had to do interviews like this. You have the family's lawyers comparing this beating to the Rodney King case in LA more than 3 decades ago. I mean, this is the work that you do, Carmen. What's it going to take to make sure we're not having this same conversation 30 years from now?
Well, thank you, Alicia, for having me. I think we can all acknowledge that the family, a community, and a country is mourning the life of a young man that was a son, a father, a brother, a photographer, and a skateboarder, and just a wonderful human. As a mother and a member of society, I am outraged and saddened by the terrible, cruel, and inhumane actions of the 5 Memphis police officers who ignored this man's cry for help and also his cry for his mother. It is extremely disturbing to me, but I think at this moment, reform is not enough. It is extremely critical for the police to be held accountable to stop these tragic situations. In this situation in particular, we saw a swift response to holding these police officers accountable. However, there are many elements. all these police officers are African American, are Black, right? There's also a police chief, Davis, who is a Black woman who is also committed to the community. I think one of the things that families are asking, I spoke to Terrence Crutcher's family, Dr. Crutcher, who was Terrence Crutcher's twin out of Tulsa, Oklahoma, who said that there needs to be an executive order, or the executive order that was signed by Biden administration last year needs to be implemented. It's time to go the extra mile by reintroducing the George Floyd Justice and Policing Act, which abolishes qualified immunity and changing the use of force standard. This is not a black and white issue, is what she shared with me, right? This is actually the culture of racist policing, and it must stop. We need Congress to act. We need leaders like McCarthy and Schumer to act. Families are tired of politicians making negotiations and empty promises. And like my sister Tamika Mallory has stated, we are in a state of emergency.